Y'all blessed, man. All praise be to the Most High God. I hope that you all are blessed and having a blessed day. Today I want to talk about something that I have been observing in this natural realm, this natural world, and that is the ramifications of the fallout of individuals' political decisions when it comes to who they voted for, right? Those who voted for the Democratic Party are upset right now because their candidate didn't win. They are in fear right now because their candidate didn't win, right? And they are right to be in fear. Why are they right to be in fear? Because the individual who is now in charge of this, who will soon be in charge of this person, is like a child with a nuclear bomb. Now, some of you all may be saying, how can you talk of my candidate this way? Be wise and be discerning and have wisdom and knowledge and not be someone who is easily given over to the low state of their emotions, and you will see this. There was no good outcome. I heard somebody say, the lesser of two evils is what you have to choose from. And I replied to him, I am a man of God. I seek the Lord daily. Like King David, I am a man who wishes to be after the heart of God. The lesser of two evils to me is still evil. And what part shall I have in the devil's works? If it is the lesser of two evils, then we have acknowledged that both of these things are evil. And how can I walk with evil lest I be in agreement with evil? Oh, but we think ourselves so wise, Abba. We know so much, don't we? You voted for Trump because you wanted to keep your guns. Yes, you wanted to keep your guns. Now you may have to use them. You may say, well, that is what I have them for. But what about your wife and your children? What about your grandmother, your grandfather? Do they also feel the same way? Are they also willing to use violence? Oh, but you know so much. You have so much wisdom. Otamagaidayo. Baka. Sit and be silent and observe. But if Kamala were to win, the consequences would have been just as dire. We would not have been fighting a physical war like we may be experiencing now because of the loosed tongue of a fool who is in charge, who has no wisdom or no political understanding. Let me ask you this. What knowledge does Trump truly have other than finance? If you know people who are in business, they say, oh, but it is just business. They make enemies of so many people for the sake of financial gain. Is that someone you want to run this country? Is that a man you want to be in charge who is known to make enemies? Will he fight the war for you? Or will he send you to fight his war for him? Is that a mark of a good leader or a coward? I wonder. Kamala, it would have been more of a starvation because the Democratic Party likes to lie. The Democratic Party likes to protect people, protect us from the truth. The truth will set you free, they know. But do they want you to be free? That is the question we have not asked. They say, well, if he wins, then women will no longer have the rights to their bodies. Are the Republicans God? How then will they take a woman's rights? Did they create Eve? Were they in the garden? Was Trump and his cronies in the garden when God created Adam and Eve? I think they were not. They have no control over their age. How then can they control what God has given a woman by her birth? I observe and I have found that there is no wisdom in man because man does not seek wisdom. Man only seeks comfort, and in comfort is stupidity, and stupidity leads to folly, and folly to death. Yea, as a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. And here we are again, another election. The families are being divided because we return to the same foolishness. We would have starved if she would have been president. They would have not told us about inflation. They would have not told us about the looming economic crisis that we are currently fighting. They would have not told us about a lot of things until it was too late. And then just like COVID, they would have tried to fix it. But guess what? It is very hard to bring a man back from the dead. Unless you be Jesus of Nazareth. And I have not seen the Lord in any of them. So why then should I vote for any of them? You voted for him. You voted for her. You voted for evil. And you shall receive it. Because you have asked for it. How many of you have said, I shall not vote. I shall only hope that the master shall guide me? None of you. I will vote for him because Democrats are this. I will vote for her because Republicans are this. And the outcome is still the same. Starvation and death, famines and plagues, abominable acts. Be wise. Repent. Seek the Father. No man can save us, only God. And if you think that a man can save you, again, it is a vain thing to trust in the glory of a horse. It is a vain thing indeed. What man can go against God? Show me the man who is stronger than God. Show me the spirit that can outdo the infinite. Do not even the trees lose their leaves when he commands? Do not the oceans part when he speaks? Don't the mountains tremble at his very presence? Show me the man that is greater than a mountain. Lest we speak of Yeshua HaMashiach. But if you have wisdom, you know that he was not indeed a man, but he was a spirit that was given by the Father into man so that he may be made manifest, so the world may know his true glory and strength for the time that is needed to return back to the kingdom. He was no man. We are men and we fail on the daily. Even in this, how many of us have the wisdom to know, to see past the here and the now? Very few. You voted for Trump and you will get everything that comes with Trump. You voted for a man who is a convicted felon because you didn't like the woman because she couldn't be trusted. The devil that I know is greater or is easier than the devil that I don't. But we know both of these devils. So why then did you take part in it? It is up to you now. It is up to you all now. When your sons are drafted off to fight this war that will be here, because it is here, don't cry. It would have been the same if Kamala would have been president. There would have been a famine, but there would still been a travesty in this nation. Now the people who voted for this man will know. Yes, you may have been spared from inflation, but now war is at your doorstep. Have you been training? Have you sought God? Have you made your final arrangements? Have you accepted that death may be the outcome? Have you accepted that you may lose your wife, your children, your livelihood to go fight a war of a fool? A man who has no knowledge or no wisdom in him, no God in him, the appearance of godliness, but no God within him. This is who you wanted to win. The greater of two evils. But they are still evil. Repent, seek God, do better. Peace.